This is a hard body karate production.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Illy, we are Realfakmedia, and we're an international household name. Right now, you're tuned in to RFM 2KSE, your visual voice. It's your digger. That's right, Digger Dame Lee, aka Papi Rossi. You know, the guy with the bionic eye. Well, I've been seeing some things, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what today is. Today is an awesome day. Today is my baby cousin. It's my baby cousin's born day. Yeah, today. And I want to salute him. I want to congratulate him for being strong enough to make it into another chamber. So if y'all will please join me in saluting my baby cousin just for growing up, for being honorable. Please allow me to give a salute and a gentleman's love offering by saying, congratulations, cuzzo. Welcome to your born day, man. It's your moment. Hit me up when you get a chance. Let's reason a little bit. Let's talk to the world together. But I wish I was there, man. I wish I was up top right now rocking with you and doing what we do best. You dig? But I'm here, live on Illy, working hard. And I wanted to show you something. You know we got the new company, the King's Alliance, LLC. right? Y'all know about King's Alliance, right? You know about the King's Alliance. LL, y'all haven't heard about? Just keep your ears open. But this is a gift for my cousin. I created this myself. And the crazy part about this, I designed this shirt back in Cali when I first started creating garments, building with my brother Big Six. Yeah, ever since Big Six created Crown Chakra Clothing, he made me want to get into that original clothing 71. You dig? But nonetheless, the King's Alliance was a concept that my cousin and we spoke on for a moment. This was the first thought of that. Now we have a real live LLC. So, Cuzzo, this is yours, man. It's that royal blue, because you royal. You dig? So, this is for you, Christopher A. Fields. Y'all can follow him at Fields of Inspiration if you're on IG. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to share with y'all. We got merch. We do tailor-made things and all that. But that's for my cousin right there. And we're going to get that out there to him today so he can rock that this weekend. But other than that, I hope all is well. Hope all is well. I was going to bring y'all some visual content from yesterday's event. Allow me to share with you what really took place. So Bless came over just before I decided to go check out Prime in the Spinfony. This was the last one they was having for the 2020 season. I hadn't been to not one of them, so I wanted to make sure that my first one would be enjoyed. Now, the night before yesterday, I happened to catch Prime testing a camera phone, right? He was testing something, and he went live on Facebook. Well, I happened to capture that, and I posted it through my live stream. I showed the world what I could show them. You know what I mean? Even though we were still working on that audio thing, you could see the God getting his thing off. So I very much wanted to go and capture that, as I said, and unfortunately, I ran into a circumstance. And this is going to be part of the dialogue throughout the day whenever I decide to go live or whatever. We're going to talk about silly shit. So listen, for all of you out there that enjoy wearing your mask the way that you do, please enjoy that you enjoy wearing your mask. I ask you kindly, stop approaching people extra aggressive because you want to play along with some shit you can't identify or articulate about. It's growing very offensive. And when I'm with my child and you feel like you don't want to use the proper awareness, you have no regard that my son is about to witness either something intelligent or something very foolish, I'm going to have to explain either hand to him. So what I'm saying is this. Knock off the shits. So there was a security guy by the name of Willie, Big Willie, I'm going to call him, because he was a healthy young man. And I can tell that we're not in the same peer group, but he was mature enough that he was the security for the door. Now, this particular evening, you have to be 30 years plus to get into this free event. No cover charge, nothing. You just come up there, enjoy yourself. So I thought. When I get to the spot, I'm having a very, very, very insightful dialogue with Boo. And she's growing some information in my understanding and allowing a proper exchange from just my personal experiences on what we were discussing. And it was really, really healthy. So as I'm entering the facility, I have a bottle of water in my hand. That means my thirst is quenched. No inebriation, no intoxication. I'm having a nourishing dialogue, and the phone wasn't on my face. It was on speaker, so I was keeping the waves from penetrating. So I'm thinking. I also attempted to invite a couple of my teammates up just because, well, I thought it'd be a good look. Well, as I entered the facility, Big Willie decides to tap me. And he wants to let me know that I need a mask on. This is where I notice the difference starts to take place. You offer me the concept that I need a mask. And this is for any of you. I don't care what your title is. So you offer the concept. You know it's not an obligation that I take you up on that offer, right? I'm not obligated to, right? And I get what you're playing along with and what you've been peer pressured to do, and they told you you're not allowed to be alive if you don't play along with the weird shit, and I don't want to stop you from doing it, but you won't impregnate me with your sickness of confusion. And that's what tried to happen. Now let me show you how it plays out. Big Willie taps me. I turn around. I'm not familiar if I know the gentleman or not because he's wrapped up with a scarf over his face. He's a hefty dude. I'm not sure if he was smaller at one part of my memory, if I never knew him. I don't know. But I did notice the demeanor that he took for this adult atmosphere. He definitely didn't respect that I was mature enough to have come to that facility. And that was starting to rub me almost instantly because my mind is telling me, you about to act funny at a free event? I just came to see my homies. So now let's see how this goes. The gentleman begins to move his arms a certain way. Keep in mind, this is a big boy. He's a round of a guy, you know what I mean? So when you start doing puppet movements, it makes people look at the animation. Keep in mind, this movement is now being provoked based off of him aiming to impose that I wear a mask to come be a part of this. Now I'm having an issue because I'm looking at people's faces inside the facility at the bar. And I'm watching him try to press me about this mask. So I'm looking at faces, but Big Willie trying to press me about the mask. Well, I made a great attempt to, one, lessen the animation. That's number one. Number two, which is really number one, lower your tone and how the fuck you're talking to me. This is our first time ever making sounds with one another. You don't want me to misinterpret you, do you? Well, apparently he wanted me to misinterpret him. So I began, I guess, to agree with that. So a couple people I hadn't seen in quite some time approached me. One of those persons is a family mate of mine that I haven't seen, man, probably in 20-something years. He's one of the twins. What I do with the card? He's one of the twins in my family tree. I don't even know what I did with the card now. Found out he's one of the top car salesmen. Bang, bomb. He's one of the top car salesmen in the Columbus, Ohio area. His name is Dwayne Carter. So he's excited to see me. He can't believe it. Oh my gosh, what up, cuzzo? Then I see one of Linda McKinley's greats. My nigga T. And although they were showing excitement, Big Boy found it necessary to try to press the mask situation. Now keep in mind when my cousin D pulled up on me, he pulled up with his face. There was no mask on. So I'm trying to figure out what the pressing was about. I didn't get it. Now I'm starting to get real crispy with my tone. And I think most of you understand when I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Well, again, it's creating an animated scene. And I haven't made it past the threshold, maybe 2.5 to 4 steps at most. I've yet to hear the music. I've yet to get a chance to let Prime know I showed up. I'm entertaining this concept. My request was to speak to an owner or a manager. I wasn't given that luxury. But by the time I did speak to someone who was acting as manager, I presume, I don't know her name. I can't tell you what she looked like because her belligerence was being projected through a mask over a bar counter. And I'm trying to get to the resolve. I want to see how to continue enjoying that I spent my time to travel in that direction. I used my gas. I took a moment away from my son. I stopped producing and creating my own world just to go support and celebrate. And to be prevented that opportunity based off of weird motherfuckers just in the space at that time. They don't have a real validity. It really almost pushed me into a very unfun experience for somebody. Like, I was about to, like, fuck the spot off last night. Everybody was going to go home last night just because Big Willie and whoever shorty was behind the bar thought it was most advantageous to shoot a shot at me disrespectfully about they bullshit mask. Now, here's where I feel extra insulted. My family go grab me a mask. I'm willing to cover my face to get the steps in. I'm willing to play along with the shenanigans. I'm willing. My mind said, go ahead just so you can touch up with your folks. You dig? And when you watch a motherfucker renege in real time, well, it'll put you in a weird space. And I almost got lit just that quick on some recreational, free of charge. Just come enjoy yourself because you're grown enough to do so. This motherfucking dude and this lady try to handle me like we were adolescents, like I was the young dude trying to get in the club with fake ID type situation. That's the act that took on. It was real fake, is what I guess what I'm trying to say. That was real fake. It really happened. It was some fake bullshit. So now, just know this. I'm not wearing a mask. The Most High is my mask. My breathing is very, very, very strong. I'm not a sick man. Not mentally, not emotionally, not spiritually, not even financially. Not even scholastically. I'm not sick. So for all you sick people in your way of moving, try not to engage with me. Real uncool. I want to make that known right now in real life, real time, because I needed to make a record of it. So on this day, on my baby cousin Bam's birthday, on his Earth Day, on his born day, on his God cipher, on the entering of his new chamber, I wanted to let the record stand, let it show, let it be heard, let it be read. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Because a lot of you lying, cowardly experiences of hello, you're full of shit. And I don't think we should be engaging. I don't think you should find a need to force yourself in my direction. Because after I recognize we're not communicating, the sound of you becomes physical. And I don't care if you're him or her. Once I realize we're not communicating, it takes on a physical nature. Something I thought about. These are random thoughts by Digger. So, what are we going to do now as a culture of thought? We've been impressioned to act like we're all collectively us. You got some that choose to use their intelligence, be fair, think situations out. You have others that just consume shit. And they'll just vomit on you. They'll diuretically spew shit on you out of their thoughts that aren't even theirs. It's going to look stupid for us to try to talk to each other if you're just a consumer. It's going to look stupid. So we should just do good business the right way, correctly. I'll produce, you consume. I'll create, you consume. I'll make, you consume. And that way we can stay in agreement. You don't have to try to talk to me in a manner that's not going to provide us a resolve or an outcome. There will be no information exchanged. You don't have the ability to persuade me at this stage of my man season. And what you're doing as an existence, it's not entertaining. So now, I'm very clear that I'm alive. I'm very clear that a lot of you have taken on this spirit of thought. Maybe you're not responding to my inboxes, my DMs, my texts because I'm not wearing a mask. Please tell me if that's the reason. Rather you call yourself brother, sister, cousin, uncle, auntie, father, mother, whatever. Let me know something. Because as I mature and I prepare to walk into my new chamber soon come, there's a lot of shit I'm getting off my mental chest plate. I'm not going to mature a day further with the sick behavior that's been offered. So for those that can hear me, you should listen. For those that aren't listening, y'all better hear what I'm saying. You're all on the clock. You're all on the clock right now. They're showing you every day how they're going to kill you. We got to figure something out because this is real fake, B. The whole shit. It's real fake. So we need to figure out what we're going to do. And I don't know why every time something takes place, why those of us that are melanated seem to be so deficient when it comes to properly cooperating. I want to know what you're going to do now that your celebrities are disappearing. All the people that influenced you to act weird and corny and all that other shit. What are you going to do now? They're not here to tell you how to think. Here's a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. Kind of like when you think you're going to impression me to wear a mask. This is just a suggestion. Why don't you get activated and live on Illy? Why don't you show yourself and the rest of the world that you're a healthy gangster? Because healthy is the new gangster. Why don't you get on Illy Avenue and show these people how wealthy you are because you're so honorable. Because you know honor is the new wealth. And see, live on Illy Ave, well, we are wealthy gangsters. We're honorable, we're healthy. That's some gangster shit. That's some gangster shit. Now, I don't know what y'all thinking outside of that, but that's kind of gangster. You dig? So with that being truth to speak, I guess we should do a pay of the bills of some sort or something to that effect. Is that how I go? Let's do that. Let's pay a bill or two. We'll be right back in a minute. This is RFM 2KSE, your visual voice. It's your digger. I'm celebrating my cousin, my business partner, my teammate, my best friend. You know what I mean? And we about to pull off some magic. Y'all stay with us right here live on Illy Ave. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified. But most importantly, just be merrily following the stream right here, live on Illy Ave. Welcome to the future, baby.
Don't try to fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Ain't nothing you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, ain't nothing that you can do. Don't try to fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Ain't nothing you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, can do, can do. Ain't nothing that you can do, can do, can do, can do, can do, can do.
We back right here live on Illy. This is RFM 2KSE, and we are your visual voice. It's your digger Dame Lee. And I'm here for a reason, man. You dig? So, we started off saying hello, paying gratitude to my baby cousin, because it's necessary. Now, I got to do that. And I was telling y'all about this mishap, so I couldn't get the visuals on my cousin Prime. I couldn't go get the DJ doing his thing the last time up there at the DNS Lounge. I couldn't get it because I ran into some funny things, man. The door stoppers. That also happened in Hollywood. That type of mentality, that type of spirit. And we're going to talk about that as we continue growing our hello and growing these episodes, as y'all get familiar with the podcast. Now, a lot of people you know out there, they're doing podcasts. I'm here to tell you, I was alive when the iPod was invented, used, and then discarded. There are no more real podcasts because the iPod doesn't exist anymore. But we do have iPads, iPhones, things of that nature. So why not grow? And that's what I'm doing for you. I'm introducing you right here, live on Illy Ave. Never heard before. Will be heard every time from this point forth. The Padcast. That's right. This is the Padcast. And we in my pad. He did. The dojo. Wow! This will, ooh, boy. You almost made me get to my thing. Woo! But yeah, so this is what we doing, man. We gonna get this biz up. And my purpose in acknowledging my family right now is because, well, I done played make-believe so long. So, the podcast. Why did I say that? Because I find it to be ridiculous that people keep saying things that they know aren't. It's a weird thing to have to try to get along with, knowing that you're purposely, in one instance, trying to perpetuate a non-existing force, and in real life, you don't want to acknowledge the real forces that's going on around you. So that makes it real fake. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say if I gave you some delicious grapes with no seeds, and you was just, when you call them real fake, if I told you those were real fake, what would you call them? If I told you that these are real fake, what would you call it? Exactly. You got to think about what you're thinking about. And once you realize you're not thinking, you're basically just trying to regurgitate an adopted expression, then you can take credit for being a plagiarist and a copyright infringer. It's very simple these days, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I don't want to seem too frustrated. Because I'm not really frustrated. I'm just recognizing the sour concept that I've allowed myself to involve myself in. And that's exchanging my intelligence with others. There's something going on. And, well, I think I'm going to crack the code. I think I'm going to. Have you noticed that with yourself? Have you noticed no matter how poised, how calm, how intelligent you decide to approach a situation, that spirit outside of your intelligence is going to be in pure conflict, and that comes in the him and her form. What do you do about that? Do you walk away? Do you be the bigger person and eat it? Do you continuously let people insult you? Do you let people just spin you in directions unnecessarily when you know it's for no other reason than you're in the same space? You're not doing business together. You're not there to be helpful to each other. You're not there to be supportive to each other. You're just in the same space. Rather, it's for gratification or resources. But you're not there for the same reason. You're just in the same space. And because you're in the same space don't mean you have the same thoughts. Because your reason for being in that space is not their reason for being in that space. So why do you think you should bring conflict to someone else and they haven't proposed that to you as an offer? I want to know. I want to know. Somebody tell me. Yeah. Anyways, these are thoughts that I had. Maybe you might want to be offended. Maybe you don't. But what I'm trying to say, these are just thoughts. And I'm thinking to myself, how and why is this the exchange rate? Why are you absorbing things that aren't natural and aiming to exchange them as if someone doesn't get involved with that, then they're missing out. And you know it's no life in that. That's real fake. That's why I tell y'all we live on Illy Ave. That's not a lie. We are alive. We're in real time, like we know what we're doing. So that keeps the accusations at a bare minimum. See, when you develop the type of intelligence we're aiming to share with you right here live on Illy Ave, you're going to find that if they don't acknowledge you, then they can't accuse you. You under dig? And that's what I want to stay away from. I want to stay away from being accused because I don't know how that's supposed to be a benefit. But I would like for you to acknowledge me. Rather I fix you a sandwich or smack the dog shit out you. Just give me my credit. Don't accuse me. Give me my credit. And that's why I wanted to salute my cousin today. I wanted to give him credit. I wanted to give him credit for keeping his poise while being raped. I wanted to give him credit for staying steadfast while he's being robbed and molested. I want to give thanks to him and salute him for being strong enough to still show me love. And I'm a dude. I'm even though I'm his cousin, I'm a man. He ain't got to show me no love. But although this defect is taking place in your world, cuzzo, you still be on some one. Man, listen, man. Everybody don't be poised like that. You know what I mean? Cuzzo, we gonna get your children back the way they supposed to be home with you. I get it. You wanted to like her. You figured out the way to say I love you. You wanted to example that you loved her, so you placed your God seed. You put the God seed right there in that space, and you watch somebody rape you for that, B. Twice. I've been there. That's how I created the Professional Fathers League. That's why my language sound the way it sounds, because I just had to pay attention. See, right now, it's a lot of dirty business going on. A lot of dirty monopoly going on. And you're being tricked to act like it's something going on with you. Now, some of you are doing some uncool shit. And that's probably why you don't get back at us on Illy Avenue. Because you know we're going to bang on you what that real fake is. You dig? We don't get at you. And if any one of you out there want to air me out about anything, I suggest you come on, baby. Live on Illy Ave. Come air me out, baby. I don't care if it's a him or a her. If I did you wrong, come talk about it. Come talk about it. You got a whole something. Anybody out there, anybody. Select anybody. Y'all about to find out. Y'all about to find out something. Y'all gonna find out something in a minute. Before they shut this version of the planet off, I'm gonna let y'all know I really was on this motherfucker. I feel like Beyonce. I was here. I'm the dude that almost did everything. I did a lot of things, but I almost did everything. And that's why I don't want to be bothered right now. That's why I don't want to cover up in a mask and take on characteristics like something's wrong with me when I know it's not. Like, or I did all that weird shit when I was in Hollywood. I didn't get a lot of acting roles because, well, my world was too real. It was just too serious, and I didn't know how to really act like nothing. So even the movie roles and shit that I got, that was just me being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to be a character. I just had to show up and do what I do. Well, that's what Illy is about. I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep doing what I do. I asked y'all to sow a seed. Not that I'm begging from you. I just want to see if we cooperating. I've watched you waste so much on nothing. On nothing. It's respectable, though. We're going to celebrate because we alive. And we live. And we healthy. And we wealthy. Because we love doing good business the right way, correctly. I don't want y'all to think that I'm just sporadically trying to vent or none of that. I really want to communicate. I'm going to need some chats to start hitting this chat line right here. I'm going to need some views to come in because we give y'all some of the better content, some of the most content. And not only that, it's all original. It's all authentic. It's ours. And all we got to do is grow it. Now, I'm going to keep looking kind of foolish, and I'm going to tell y'all why. These devices, I don't know why I have them. Do you know all these people I be trying to contact? I probably have less than 10 that's consistently in reach of being communicated with. This is dope. Hey, yo, Bam. Now I'm talking to you. Everybody else can listen, but I'm talking to you. Hey, yo, Bam, just think about all the people we've interacted with. All the hands we've touched, all the faces we smiled in and collected and shared. And just think about that real quick. All of them. I don't care what their name is. They weren't exempt. Right? What you want to do now, cuzzo? You just walked in a new chamber. I'm about to walk into my new chamber. What you want to do? 2021? 2KSE? Want to go hard? I'm with it. The King's Alliance. Right here, live on Illy Ave. See, I could go ahead and talk about a lot of people. For what? Some of y'all are those people. I don't got to tell you about you, do I? Nah. I'm going to tell y'all about us. Realfakmedia. So, let's do a little move around. All right. So, there we go. So, this right here. This is a dampening cloth. This cloth keeps the light from spilling on me in the other direction. That's what this black cloth is, and it's lights right here. I have LED lights, and those lights, they look like this. So I have two of these LED lights over here. Let me show y'all what goes on over here. So that lights that. Bang. And then, as y'all seen, we have our light stands. And on this, you know what I mean, we can light these up, move them around. Bang, bang. You'll see how bright that get. You know what I mean? And we use those to make sure that that screen is lit beautifully. So when the screen is lit beautifully, we do magic. Now, the softwares that we use are most official. And as you see, I can move around. I got a pretty good space, We're looking for more space. So if there's anybody out there that's in the real estate, that's doing properties, might have a building of some sort, please get at us. You can get at my assistant, Deshaun Johnson, and you can contact her at, I don't got the number memorized, I just know it. Shut your mouths. Shut your mouths. Let me tell y'all that number. You can contact her at 614-989-8787. 614-989-8787. If you're ready to do some work, call my assistant and my partner DJ. She'll make sure that that information gets to us. And we'll start building. We're doing commercials. We're shooting videos. We're helping you in your edit. We'll help you key out your green screen footage. We're doing music production so we can help you on your background music, scoring some of the things that you're doing. We're also into the financial side of things, learning financial literacy. And that's one thing I want to say thank you to my cousin Bam for, is really staying adamant with me about getting the lingo down and really getting our credit scores up, which I'm so thankful that I'm just watching it bubble. So once it gets to that 1-1 space, y'all know what I'm talking about. Because some of you may be like myself. I don't really have bad credit. I just never really established any credit because I was so used to playing hustle, man, and hand to hand and hey, man, you got that? The hookup and all. No, we're adults now. It's time to do some good business the right way, correctly. That way we can go ahead and handle the things necessary, because can't really make the moves I want to make because I was hustling in your face. And that shit was weak. Because even trying to hustle, you got to interact with weak, weird, sloppy, unloyal, disrespectful motherfuckers. And you got to act like, well, that's the code of the streets. I'm about to crack a lot of bubbles, man. I'm about to let y'all know all that shit is real fake. Them niggas is liars. Ain't no code. Oh, we gonna talk about it. It's cold, but it ain't no code. And we gonna talk about it. Wanna know how I know? Stay tuned. Right here live on Illy Ave. And you gonna find out real life, real time. You will. Look at what they keep showing you. Look at what they feeding you to eat. All this destructive behavioral shit. People wrapped up in masks, confronting others for no reason. You know, you're not even trying to, like, back in the day when masks was thrown in your face, it was a reason. You was either getting inside that bank or getting inside the crib, and you just really wanted to get things. You really wasn't trying to hurt nobody unless you was trying to hurt somebody, but really you just went to go get some things. Now they got you in the mask with no purpose, and you're looking silly, and you don't know how you're supposed to act or communicate. And so when you see an intelligent man walk by, you think I need to play along with your shenanigans as opposed to you upgrading your mind and getting on my wave. If I can walk around with no mask and you need a mask, don't you think that's crazy? That's like going in the water, right? If I can hold my breath longer than you can and you got a mask on, shouldn't you inquire how I'm able to breathe like that underwater? It's just a thought. Just a thought. Anyways, I realized that too. You know that's the most you can do? All you do is breathe air and drink water. That ain't really that special, B. Everybody do that. So now, show me something different. See, I want to have these discussions. I'm going to find the right note to strike. Because motherfuckers is about to die, homie. I can see your fear. I can see why some of my family won't talk to me because they want to talk about nothing. Just make sounds. Me, I want to talk about it for real so we can really identify what them sounds can vibrate like. But I'm going to figure it out. I got a call yesterday from my older cousin, Terry Always on the Move Smith, aka Smitty Capone. He's a truck driver, and it's my big cousin. And when we were growing up, he and I, we found a way to definitely do a cross-reference check to make sure we wasn't bugging. But growing up the way that he and I had to, the roles that we were in, we were treated definitely different than what was surrounding us. My siblings, his cousins, you know. He and I, we were handled a little differently. And if you ever get a chance to meet my cousin, Terry Always on the Move Smith, a.k.a. Smitty Capone, you're going to love him as a gentleman. No toleration for the bullshit. I'm going to tell you that now. But if you want a dope exchange rate, go holler at Smitty Capone. So we had a chance to chop it up yesterday about a couple things. And it's odd to know that we've both grown based off of how we got introduced to playing the world. We've grown very aware of what it is exactly our muscles are doing. And so when I get a chance to talk with my cousin, it's really dope because we're building. We're not trying to live in the memory, but we'll pull from certain references to understand why our adult structure has such a discipline to it. My desire is to share some magical shit with y'all. That's my desire. I have a plethora of skills. I've taken on a very odd injury, and me aiming to re-socialize myself with the world community, I thought it would work best if I went through the concept of the family tree and the friendships of memories and shit. I think I may have made a mistake. I think that may have been the wrong direction to walk in for what I was attempting and accomplishing to share and do. So, for these next couple of weeks, we got about 24 days before you find out what your dog went to New Year's about. I'll be in my new chamber preparing for Lord to enter into his new chamber. And we're just going to keep rocking out, man. I want to apologize to those of you that were considered and have considered yourself friends and family of me or whatever. We realize we don't interact, talk, nothing. I want to apologize for putting my data in y'all's inboxes, y'all's DMs. I want to apologize for trying to keep you abreast on my post. That's selfish of me. I had no business invading your personal moment. You did not require anything from me. You did not ask for me to share my growth, my skill sets, or anything. You did not require or request my services to help your brand or your company or anything of that nature. No family photos or nothing. You don't need. So I think it's selfish of me to keep forcing myself in these directions. And I need to grow the fuck up and take some goddamn responsibility for myself. These people don't owe me shit. I don't care what they call themselves and ask me to call them that or whatever the case. These people, listen to me, man. They don't owe me shit. And I need to take credit for being the one trying to create or establish a rapport between us. I want to take responsibility for that. And it's my, I don't know if I want to say it's my fault, but I'm definitely responsible for that. You know what I mean? And because I realized, and I don't know why I didn't when you first acknowledged it to me in demonstration and sound and lack of sound and demonstrations. Like, I don't know why I didn't pick up on it, but I guess I was in my own fantasy world, right? Because this is real fake everything. You know me, I just be making shit up. I don't know. I think about it. I create it or do it or something. I don't know. I just be making that shit up. But it was wrong of me to try to force you to be as creative as I thought and as I see myself. I had no business trying to excite you to work well with me. Don't you see how selfish I am? I literally took time out of my life to think about constructive approaches to all of you that refuse to engage with me in a constructive manner. And I've been doing some just soul searching. So here's one of the things I realized, and I'm gonna have to talk about this again, but if you've ever done this or you're attempting to do it, stop doing it. Don't do it. Listen to what I'm about to say. If you've ever done it or you're about to, stop doing it and do not do it. If you are a male and you see a female, do not call her your friend. Stop lying to yourself, stop lying to her, and stop trying to impression the people that can see y'all talking to each other or striking y'all's hello. Stop impressioning weird shit to them. I'm going to take responsibility. Listen to me closely. If you want to be friends with a female, you cannot be attracted to her. Listen, if you look at a female in the physical world, you're not really trying to be a friend. You're trying to fuck. And she wants that too. So until we get past that riddle, I don't think there's really nothing else to really discuss because it's going to sound stupid. Because that distraction, so it's been told to me, that's what it is. So I'm saying it. I hope I'm saying it correctly. But, yep. It's some things. I've been thinking about. But me as a friend, I know I've shared portions of my thought, my mind, my spirit, and all with female energy. And it has come back to bite me in my ass on certain stages. And I want to confront myself. And so for all those that have participated with me in any manner, I am going to start airing my laundry out. I'm not going to talk about anyone else for the rest of the year probably. I'm just going to try the best to clean my shit out. I'm about to have a spring cleaning yard sale type of thing. I'm going to tell y'all some real things about me because you lied to me about you. And me trying to do real shit with that made me look false. And I'm going to show you how I figured it out. I'm going to show you how I started paying attention to witchcraft. I'm going to show you how I paid attention to gratification and trying to avoid penalties and punishments and things. And you know what I mean? Oh, this is going to be epic. I'm fasting. No more smoking. No more drinking. Heineken ain't cut the check anyway. So by the time I do decide to grab an elixir, I don't know if I'm going to be able to break bread with Heineken no more because for 20-something years, I patronized that concept. And I know that they know that I've said, at least let's have a discussion. I create my own commercials and everything, but sponsor your mans up one good time. Throw a party with us. You know what I mean? It didn't happen. The only reason why I'm rocking with Adidas still is because I really like them. Not only that, they made some Adidas with my names on them. So ever since they put that on there, I got to rock with them. But they ain't cut the check yet neither. We don't get it. So I think we did it. Real quick. That's one quick hour. I'll come back for another episode. This was really just a shout out to my cousins. Bam, Smitty, Lou. Y'all talk to me so regularly. And I really love you gentlemen. And I know I ain't get into Lou's spiel today at this right now second. But because you heard his name, you know it's something to talk about. Coach Lou is epic. You dig? And I'm fortunate that it's my family. So, I'm going to get out of here. Take care of some biz. It's time for me to stretch out a little bit. Get Lord in motion. But we're going to talk about more things. Just know, it's real fake. Everything is real fake. You had to dig me. And I'm lit right now. I'm tired of the disrespect. I don't really want to come at nobody sideways. I ain't really trying to hurt nobody. I ain't really trying to be hurt by nobody. Trying to think of ways to harm me. You know what I mean? As far as all the female energy in my world that's supposed to be a friends and otherwises or whatever, I'm cool right now. If we can't communicate, my preference is, let's not say shit. I think it's very disheartening at this stage of life that you're trying to convince a disciplined and skilled man that he has the desire to engage with you unorthodoxly or in the grossest manner possible. Like, nobody wants to do that shit, yo. Everybody's dying right now. So for all the people that I have offended by saying hello, allow me to retract that so you can live your best self without knowing that I gave a fuck about nothing. And if you're really concerned if it's you or not, call me directly. Here's my phone. 443 real fake. 443 real fake. Or you can DM me. Or you can email me. It's all available for you. You dig what I'm saying? And if you need that information, again, just look right here. Y'all see it? You can contact me anywhere right here. Anywhere. See that? See that? Facebook, IG, you know what I mean? Gmail, website. You got the number. It's right there. What y'all want me to do, B? I ain't tripping. So before we get out of here, I just want y'all to know I'm rocking with y'all, man, as best I can. And when I'm not allowed to, I'll respect that too. But the shenanigans, I'm over. I don't have the ability to play along with it. And it's not fair to my son to tug a war through thoughts, thinking, just possibly thinking. Is my pops really fucked up? I don't think that's cool. I don't think he deserves to have to try to think that way. So, with that being said, all I could do is say salute, get activated. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all should follow the stream right here live on Illy Ave. This is RFM 2KSE. We are your visual voice. It's your digger Dame Lee, the guy with the bionic guy. If you don't like that, it ain't my fault. Better charge that shit to Lamar Odom, y'all. Future.
This is a hard body karate production.
Hard body karate. Oh yeah. Head sick, better call a nurse. No bullshit, keep it in the purse. Ran a red light, who I sound like? Shut up, bitch, just take the first. Everybody said where you been. I respond like where you at. I don't care about what you feel. I put me up on the map. Cannonball, standing tall. Need a verse, bitch, hit my phone. One of course, just hit my line. No shorts, this one and all. In the club, stand on the couch. 100 bottles, just bring them out. Charge that to Lamar Odom. picture, then you know I'm out. Take a picture, then you know I'm out. Take a picture, then you know I'm out. Now charge that till tomorrow over.
This is hard body, come and join the party. Who the fuck think this shit a game? Apparently y'all think your man is playing what? Y'all ain't heard about today. Some of y'all be like, where you at? I respond, where the fuck you been? True story, fuck your feelings. This goes for all of them. 2K, SE, real fake. Everything is real fake. Future Inc, boss game, dumb Cupid, build a brand. First class, private. Illy, yeah, we so live, and that's where the fuck I'm at. Now charge that till Lamar Odom.